Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
I want to talk about Northwestern and FAU. Game goes to overtime. Northwestern blows the lead down the stretch. FAU takes the lead. Brooke Barnheiser
Was awesome.
hits a shot to force overtime. Already has an NIL deal with Buffalo Wild Wings, right? Within hours, lands an NIL deal with Buffalo Wild Wings. We get to OT. We get Northwestern making a run in OT. They end up winning. They were up by double figures in overtime. My question, though, it's less about Northwestern right now, more about Florida Atlantic. Can we kind of put a bow on this season? Like, one thing that I think we always tend to do are teams that make runs in March, right? We overvalue what those runs are the next year when we look at it, Jeff. FAU this year never lived up to the hype that they had coming into the season. Should have been about a 10 seed, ended up with an 8 seed. Where do you stand on the Owls, on this run, on everyone coming back? Because I'll be honest, between them and Purdue, those are the two things I rooted for more than anything else, the two stories I wanted in college basketball. Reward the guys that come back, reward the guys that show loyalty, and it never felt like it clicked into gear for them.
So Carolina went through it a year ago, and I remember talking to Armando Bacot before the season started about the whole deal.
Yep.
And it was at a different level for Carolina, but what he said was nobody had ever dealt with what we had to deal with NIL-wise. And it came so fast, right? Carolina wasn't good.
Yep.
They were mediocre for 80% of the season. All of a sudden, they went from being very average in their Carolina careers to being heroes. Were they focused through all that? They were traveling all over the place. FAU didn't get it at the same level, but they got it at a level in Boca at FAU that they had never experienced.
Yep.
They said the right things, but did they handle it the right way? I think there were too many distractions, too many people coming at them. Dusty May dealing with all the coaching search right now, all the jobs open. I think that's hard for him to focus on. I just think it was a lot to handle. And that was part of the reason for their inconsistency this year on both ends of the court. They were terrible defensively, and, man, at the end of the game, they were awful to watch offensively.
I watched them earlier in the year, and they don't have that selflessness about them that they had last year. Even at the end of the game, Jontel Davis forced it. He just forced it. Dribbling up also with 4 seconds left with no sense of urgency.
None.
It was just – I mean, down there in Florida, they're on commercials. They're on like the little commercials. I don't know what – I think it's like Lock or something. Those kids are on commercials on TV. It came fast, and human nature is to let up when there's prosperity, and that's all they did. They stopped playing defense and forgot the principles and the basics, and they got put out today.
I was just a little shocked by the management of the game by both the guys that were on the court and by Dusty May at the end of the game. And Dusty May's made his bones, and he's going to get a job wherever he wants right now. But, those last 2 minutes were a bit concerning. And the overtime period was a bit concerning. Just how their players handled that and how it was just bad shot, turnover, bad shot, and they could never really find something. And then on top of that, Northwestern was on their P's and Q's. They handled everything. Hit shots. Langborg, Langborg needs a key to Evanston. I said Chicago earlier. I meant Evanston. Those guys, quite frankly, they played great. But I was a little shocked at watching a team that we thought was so seasoned play so poorly when it mattered most at a time of the year where you'd basically been waiting the entire season to get to. Yeah. And you lay an egg in the last 2 minutes of the game in overtime? I'm not really sure what to think about that.
That's kind of what we said was going to happen, right? Like, FAU was going through the entire season. They're waiting for the moment to get to March, and they get to March, and it's just kind of more of the same. And maybe that's just what they were this year. Maybe that's just what it was supposed to be. But
I think that shot at the end of regulation where he just casually dribbled up. There was 8 seconds. It was almost like a microcosm.
Hey, they were
of
lucky
the entire
to be in the
year.
game.
Yeah,
I mean, that flagrant foul, they should have been done. They had no right being in the game at the end. And you guys are saying, what the hell is Nelly Davis doing? Go get a better shot.
Yeah.
It was just –
it was a microcosm of the entire season.
No question.
No urgency from the players.
Right.
We're just waiting to get somewhere. And quite frankly, I mean, guys, look, they were 25-9, and at FAU, that's a great job. Let's not kid ourselves, but a bit of a disappointment.
I love those kids.
Yeah, a bit of a
I'm
disappointment.
rooting for them like I think we all were.
Yeah, I was. But you have to be disappointed because you knew what you were capable of if you were FAU.
And from my experience, when we went to the night team my freshman year, we thought we were going to walk out there, Carolinas on our chest, and run up and down. It just don't work like that, and that actually springboarded us to be better next year. So we'll see where FAU goes. But
I hope they come back.
Yeah.
I hope they come back. Listen.
They'll be a lot better.
They'd be a lot better after dealing with this. Now, they're not going to have their head coach if they come back.
Well,
they're not. I mean, Dusty's not coming back to FAU.
Yeah, but they can go with him.
Right. They go with him. They can go anywhere they want.
Let's just say,
Nelly Davis could get whatever he wants.
Let's just say, for example, Dusty May takes Louisville or Michigan, right? Do you think that Louisville or Michigan would get better by adding Janelle Davis, by adding Elijah Martin, by adding Vlad Golden? I think all of them would.
Sure.
And I think that's part of the appeal right now of going and getting Dusty May.
You're shaking your head. You don't. I think Nelly Davis, the way he played.
9th seed in the American. Are you kidding me? I'll take Vlad. I'll take Vlad.
Nelly.
I'll take Vlad.
There will be no Nelly Davis slander on the stream.
All right.
No Nelly Davis slander on the stream.
I'm talking about me. I'm taking.
Wait.
I'm taking.
So we mean the 2012 Defensive Player of the Year.
I'm taking Big Vlad, and I'm taking one of the guards.
You're out of your mind.
If
you're not taking Nelly, I'm not saying he doesn't need to get better, but you're taking Nelly Davis. You're out of your mind.
I don't know if you're down.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field 68 content.